Oh, you guys still have to push something? I thought I fixed that. All right. Oh,
Yeah.
this is just the funniest thing. When I put my heating pad on top of my bolster, and who doesn't love a heating pad? That's what Hart and I were talking about. I'm like, I don't know if I could, like, having a heating pad for yoga is just up leveled my practice so much that I just keep buying more. It's fascinating. Anyway, simple things, right, guys? Simple things. A little heating pad. Okay, so let's take our comfortable seat. I'm just going to move my pooch so he doesn't have to get off the heating pad. Oh, happy Sunday, guys. Yes. I have my hands like this. I'm going to circle the index finger and the thumb into Gyan Mudra. And one explanation for this mudra is the circling of, yourself and your loved ones, your inner circle. And then we let that energy flow out the palms, out through the extended fingers and into the world. And take a nice big breath in. And as you breathe out, bow your chin, close your eyes, and feel yourself take this sacred sit, very aware and in tune to your posture, to your breath, the flow of energy, your prana, and even just thinking about this idea of entering into practice to some way transform your energy. So we move the body, we participate in the connection of mind, body, breath. And that each breath is also a transformation. You inhale, the fresh oxygen comes in, and it is literally transformed into energy moving through your body, nourishing your cells, creating blood cells. Literally every breath is an opportunity to be present to the transformation. And as you take this nice inhale, lengthen yourself a little taller. And as you exhale, release the mudra in your hands, join the palms together. Feel into any energies you feel between the hands. They're real, they're there. And welcome yourself to your practice by literally saying these words: I welcome myself to my practice. And as you inhale, lengthen tall once again, lift your chin, and exhale this breath completely. Inhale fully. And bowing your chin. Pause here for one more breath. Just be in this present moment. And then on your next exhalation, release your hands to your thighs. Lift your chin and open your eyes. Change the cross of your legs. And we're just going to stay seated for a moment. Just let everything kind of be super relaxed, even though you're maintaining the lift. As you exhale, let your chin drop towards your chest. And then as you inhale, lengthen, keep the head bowed, but lift yourself up without lifting your head. So like you're lifting the heart to the chin. And then keep that even as you settle into your seat. You let your low back soften, shoulders soften. And then we're just going to start to take chin to one shoulder and chin down to the other shoulder. So you're just creating this little half circle shape. Keep your eyes soft, jaw soft. Good. And then either continue just doing this if you don't have any neck issues, and then we're going to start to take it into a bit more of a circling, and keep the jaw really soft. And just listen, whatever you're hearing. And then reverse this, circling the opposite direction. I'm just going to say it again. Keep your jaw very soft. Bring in that lift of the chest if you've lost it. And just do one more in this direction. And then let the chin drop. Good. Okay. Soften your sit a little bit if you can. And then bring in that lift of the chest. So it's almost like the two sides of your bodies from the waist. One is moving up and one is moving down. But the chin is dropping, jaw soft. Take your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers. Take the elbows either side of your ears and press the head into the hands. And the hands are gently going to resist. Let the jaw go, let the shoulders go. Keep all of that and find the lift in your chest. Okay, one more breath, just like this. Good. Okay, now you can keep the cross of your legs or change. We're going to just take it into a forward fold. So start to let yourself drop. At any place, the hands will come down to the floor. Oh, your head's going to feel so light. Walk your hands forward, even just like halfway of what you normally do. You don't have to go super deep. Spread your fingers. Anchor the heels of your hands. Push the floor away. Let your head drop a lot, almost like you're doing a cow pose. And breathe here. Find the stretch by using the floor and allowing your back to move back, your head to drop. Now pull the floor towards you. Lengthen yourself and then readjust your hands if you need to. Maybe they need to walk forward or out more. And we're just going to shift the ribs to the right. Maybe you turn your head to the right and then shift the ribs to the left, and the head might turn to the left. Keep your jaw very soft. Be in these micro movements. Okay, the next time you shift your ribs to the right, turn your head to the right, lift your right arm up in the air. And then inhale and lengthen through your arms. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, descend that right arm back to the floor with great purpose. Spread the fingers, anchor. Shift the ribs to the left. Turn your head to the left. Inhale, lift that left arm. And expand whatever's on offer right now. Push into the floor, reach the sky. Exhale, descend that left arm. Okay, pause here for a moment. Pull the floor towards you. Lift your chin, inhale. Push the floor away. Tuck your chin. Exhale, or whatever you're breathing, just keep breathing. Do that one more time. And then we're just going to change this a little bit. So if you want to change the cross of your legs, go ahead. Okay, now we're going to walk the hands to the right. And then once you have your hands to the right, they don't have to go that, you just find the place. Okay, shift the ribs to the right, turn the head. Just start with just shifting the ribs, turn the head. And then you'll know if maybe you need to make an adjustment. Do that on each side one more time. And then the next time the ribs go to the right, the head turns to the right, lift your right arm. And exhale, bring it down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach the arm. This time as you exhale, take that right arm, cross it over the left, over to the left side. Now sweep that left hand over. So now you're on the other side. Okay, shift the ribs side to side a few times. Just feel whatever's happening. And then the ribs are going to go to the left, head turns to the left, reach the left arm up. Then exhale, take it down. And inhale, lift it up. And exhale this time, cross the left arm over the right. Good. Okay, inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, right arm crosses over left. Inhale, left arm lifts. You got it. Keep going. Good. Last one. Good. I'm going to cross it and then just walk your hands back. Come up to sitting. Stretch your legs out. Move your little feet. Good. Wiggle your toes. Awesome. Okay. All right, let's start on your backs, and I want you to have one, still on the healing back, one blanket for your head, and then another one. I'm just gonna, here, honey, you can have this. There you go. Put it out for me. Okay, one blanket for your head, and then the other blanket we're gonna fold into like a tight square, like that. And I'm just gonna put that one to the side. And let's bring a block to, oh, now you're both here. No. Okay. Okay, and then come blood on. Okay, open your arms out to the sides, knees bent, heel toe your feet, pigeon toe your feet, and then drop your knees in towards each other. And just receive this. Good. One more breath in. Breathe out. Good. Open your hands, spread your fingers, inhale. And as you exhale, take the arms up to the sky. As you inhale, push up to the sky, reach. And as you exhale, take the shoulders down. Okay, we're just going to do that a few times. So you inhale, reach up. I want you to feel what's happening in your core. You'll reach up and feel how, like, right at the solar plexus, kind of hugs in. Good. Do one more. Good. Release the shoulders to the floor. And this time, inhale, reach up. Now, as you exhale, take these arms straight over your head. Aim the thumbs to the floor. Maybe they're going to touch. Maybe not. Maybe you need to adjust. Okay, I'm just lifting my head. Retuck the chin. Inhale, extend the arms above your head. Reach. And exhale, let the shoulders come in. Inhale, reach, feel what's happening in the solar plexus area, right at the mid-body. Almost lifting up. Okay, inhale, reach away over your head, and then exhale, open your arms like wings out to the side to bring them back. Let your arms rest out to the side, and just take like a few breaths here. Let everything just rest. Good. Okay, turn your palms to face down, spread your fingers, separate your knees, heel toe your feet together, and then anchor your hands, anchor the arms, anchor the shoulders, anything you can anchor the back of your head. And as you inhale, bring your knees into your chest. And then just rock the knees in and out. So you're not using your hands unless you need to. And see if you can, when you bring the knees in, maybe you can even lift the tush and low back up off the floor. So almost like a reverse crunch. Draw your belly in a little bit just to, hug in and support the low back, and then let your jaw really drop. Maybe smile. Activate your feet a little bit. Good. Take one more. And then as you exhale, set the feet down. Can you set them down at the exact same time? Notice what part hits first, heel or toe. No right, no wrong. Just notice. And then open your knees out. Bring the soles of the feet together. Turn your palms up. And let your knees rest. And if that's not comfortable for you, just keep the feet on the floor. Otherwise, let the jaw go. We let the jaw go. We let the hips go. Take one more breath here. Good. Okay, turn your palms down, hands to the floor. Lift your knees up. Heel toe your feet a distance apart. Yes. Okay, find your little square blanket. And you're just going to lift your hips, and we're going to put the blanket underneath the hips like we do with the block. So it might go right, where your hips are. Your hips are actually really big. So if you take your fingers and feel the tops of your hip bones at the sides of your waist, let the blanket kind of cover that. You're supporting that part and everything else. Okay, open your arms back out to the side. Heel toe your feet a little bit wider apart. And we're just going to come to a windshield wiper here. And hopefully that blanket roll is enough to you feel supported. You might feel like you're kind of coming off at the edge, but we're just going to use that to our advantage. So just a few more times. Like that. Good. Keep your jaw soft. Nice. And then come to center here. Heel toe your feet right together. And we're just going to cross the right ankle over the left knee. And then just soften here, feel. Maybe your left foot wants to walk out more to the left. So we have this very little lift. And I just want you to now feel into the sides of the waist, that whole area. We're just feeling, we did crunches. And notice if one side is heavier than the other. And it's probably the right side. Okay, so I'm going to walk my left foot a little bit more to the left until I feel maybe things have gotten a little bit more even. And at the same time, we're bringing in a little bit of something. So soften your jaw, your shoulders. And notice as you breathe here where the breath is filling. Okay, one more full breath in. Breathe out. Okay, turn your palms down, spread your fingers. I'm going to bring this package into the chest, and it might not come in super close, wherever it goes. Flex your feet. Now press that left knee and right ankle, like where the legs are meeting, push them in towards each other. Let the jaw go. And now we're going to rock in and out. So you're using the blanket a little bit, maybe help with the falling. Okay, you're the only one who knows how this is for you. So if it's not comfortable or you need to use your hands, use them. Good. Okay, one more little rock. Now I'm going to set the feet down. Now, as I do that, I'm actually going to lift my arms up off the floor so they're not helping, and feel that, right, that your abs are starting to take over. And then the foot comes down. Uncross. I still have my arms up. I'm going to change the cross of the legs and then let your arms come back down. They're still lifted. Okay, now just be here, feel for a few moments. The left side gets a little heavier, and then you'll walk your right foot more to the right. And we're just looking for these really small places that get tight. And then just soften your jaw, your heart space. And be with that breath that's really filling in the whole upper abdomen area, I want to say, from the navel to maybe, the solar plexus where the ribs join. So it's kind of like this soft, creamy center of yours between the ribs and the hip bones. Soften your jaw so that you're just allowing the focus to be here. Good. Okay, so I'm going to lift the knee package up, add a little flexion into the feet, a little integrity into where the legs are contacting, so they're pushing in, like when you had your hands behind your head. Now I'm going to lift the arms up, and then just start to rock in and out a little bit without using your hands if you can. So what's working here, if we keep the jaw soft, is this upper abdominal area. And this is your, remember in the 80s, 90s, strengthen your core. And that's so it's true. We need to have a strong core because that's where all movement begins, in the center. So draw your belly in a little bit. Good. And then I'm going to release. I'm going to keep my arms lifted and lower down. So slow, so slow, so slow, so slow. And once the heel touches, separate the feet. Inhale here, reach your arms up to the sky. My arms are still lifted. Exhale, bring both knees into your chest. This time use your hands. And because we have the blanket, your hands might go down, middle of the calf, down to where the ankles begin, and just hug it in, flex your feet, drop your shoulders, drop your jaw. You might retuck your chin a little bit. And then soften, the whole part of your back that's now on the floor, the hips gently lifting. Okay, stay in your little package here with the knees into your chest. Take the arms down by your sides. Now I'm going to stretch the legs up, and they could stay bent, might go straight. And you're going to move your heels over your tush so that you feel your tush is on the blanket. And if you need to bend your knees, so be it. Be here.
Okay, now because we have this blanket, I'm going to start to take the legs over the head. I'm going to do them both at the same time. So the arms might move down a little bit. Spread your fingers, anchor your upper arms, and start to take these legs over your head. And you might surprise yourself with like coming off the blanket. And then this is the pose, it's forward fold on your back. You could take your hands behind the calves and just gently, pull it down. But if they come that far, if they don't, you just content to drop the jaw, drop the shoulders. And one more breath. Okay, so I'm going to take the hands off first, arms down by your side. And I'm going to start to straighten the legs back up to that first position so that the heels are over the hips. Okay, anchor your shoulders, the upper arms, the hands. Take the solar plexus in a little bit. And now inhale, smile. And as you exhale, take that left leg straight as if it's going down to the floor. And just before it touches, wherever you feel that is, inhale, press out through both heels. Now as you exhale, lift the left leg up. Draw the solar plexus in, inhale. Exhale, right leg slowly drops. Jaw soft, inhale, extend through both legs here. And then as you exhale, lift it up. Inhale here in center. Maybe you press through both heels. And then we'll exhale, left leg down here. As you inhale, now cross right leg and left leg, like as if they're going in two directions. Yeah, so the left leg's going out to the right, right leg out. And then inhale, take it up. Exhale, lift the left leg. Inhale here. Exhale, right leg descends. And as you inhale, you're going to push through the heels. Take the left leg across to the right, right leg over. Keep your jaw soft, shoulders soft. Okay, as you inhale, you bring them back to the first position and the exhale lifts up. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, left leg down. Inhale, cross and extend. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, and we lift up. So we're going to lift up through the exhale. Okay, you know it. You don't have to follow my breath instruction. Just be with your breath. And just find whatever this is here. Good. Okay. Good. I'm going to lower both legs down. However you want to do that. I'm going to lift my arms up and let the core take over. And then maybe, you make it as slow as you like. And then your legs can go straight if you like that. Maybe the arms come over the head. Little baby back bend here. Or have your knees bent, feet on the floor. Just take a few moments rest. Good. Okay. So I have my arms over my head. You could bring them down. What I'm going to do next is lift both legs up. So you don't have to do that. You could do one at a time. I'm going to flex through, get nice and strong. As I exhale and draw the solar plexus down, I'll inhale here. And then as I exhale, as you exhale, start to lift your legs. And then we're going to lift and lower 3 times if that's interesting with both legs. Do it. And really make your hand, even if your palms are facing up, stretch the energy through your fingers. Be conscious of your solar plexus. And be grateful that you don't have to talk while you're doing this. Okay, last one. Whatever you're doing it. So it doesn't need to be this. Okay, I'm going to end with lifting the legs up. Bring the knees in. Just be here. And then lower your feet to the floor. See if they can touch at the exact same time. Once you're down, lift your hips. Take the blanket roll out or the blanket pad out. Good. Open your arms out to the side, heel to your feet. Let's do some windshield wiper. Go side to side. And maybe make it bigger. So as the knees go one side, the other side of the waist lifts. Good. Okay. All right, guys. Feet friends. Good. Bring your knees up. Walk your feet in towards each other. Good. Take your arms down by your sides, and we're moving to little bridge. So I'm going to spread the fingers, really anchor the hands, the whole arm, the upper arm. Might even lift your chest, walk your shoulder blades together, and then let the chest rest in that little pocket there. Okay, I did say bring the feet together. You might want to go a little wider. Just feel like you're pigeon toeing. Yes. Okay, and then from here, we'll inhale. Exhale, just stay here, soften to the floor. Engage your solar plexus area a little bit. And as you inhale, anchor the feet, start to lift the hips. And then you might lift the chin, the head, and just kind of tuck it in. Okay, be here in the lift. Your arms might want to, go over your head. Push the feet down and away. And then exhale, lower down from top to bottom. Feel like you are bringing yourself down from top to bottom. Okay, pause here. If you have your arms over your head, you can keep them there. Bring them back down. We're going to do it 2 more times. So you inhale as you are. You exhale, melt to the floor. Inhale, start to lift. Wherever you go here, feel the feet are working, lifting. Maybe you pull your tail towards your knees, lengthen your low back. And then exhale, lower down, mindfully, slowly, all the way down. Pause. And we'll do last one. Okay, set yourself up. So on your inhalation, you're lifting up. Good. Maybe the heels lift. Yes. And then exhale, lower all the way down. If your arms are over your head, keep them there. Extend your right leg, then your left leg. Open, like press through the heels. Take the arms like you want to make them longer. Let's stretch right into the solar plexus area. And then, you might not all be doing this, but if you feel you're really lifting or arching your back, can you draw that down to the floor? So you feel as contact with the floor with all parts touching. Good. Okay. So all that prep work, we're coming up and we're going to come up through the crypt 3 times. So as you inhale, you reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, take the shoulders down to the floor. Inhale, lift your chin to your chest. And then keep going. And if you're like, I can only get this far, then you be with however far you get, or you come all the way up, reach up, and then exhale wherever you are, draw yourself down. If your body says, I'm not coming all the way up to sitting, you say, okay, I'm going to work with you. You're the boss. You say yes or no. Good. Okay, here we go. I'm going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, let the shoulders come down. As you inhale, lift your chin. And then you come all the way up or not, reach up. Yes. Come all the way down, wherever you go. Like if it's just the head lifting and you're holding it there and working your solar plexus a little bit, you're doing great work. Tell yourself, hey, I'm doing great work. Okay, here we go, last one. Find it on your own. You know all the mechanics. You want to work with the breath, literally transforming breath into prana, into energy. And then we're all going to meet lying down. Oh, I'm going to grab a block on the way. And then come all the way down. It's not cheating. Art just said, oh, I cheated. It's not cheating. You're recruiting what you need to get it to happen. As long as it's not injuring anything, it's not cheating. Okay, everyone have a block? Bend your knees, feet to the floor. We're going to put the hips on the block now. So lowest height, second height. The highest height's always interesting because you got to lift the heels first. And then you got to find it. So it's a little bit of manipulating. But I remember the first time I did the highest height, I was like, wow, that feels so good. But you don't have to get there ever. You're doing the work. All right, we're just going to soften. Just receive. Let the whole part of your back that's falling off the block, let it be heavy. Good. This is just your interlude, nothing fancy. One more breath. And then you'll find a way to lift your hips, take the block out, lower all the way down to the floor. Like you take your feet to the floor, so you're just in bent knees, arms out to the side. Just feel, you know, how heavy the whole back hopefully is resting comfortably on the floor here. Okay, so we did this in class on Thursday. I'm going to take the hands, thumbs, index fingers touch, fingers spread, lift your hips. Put these hands underneath your hips. So the thumb pads, you feel the index finger, you spread the fingers lower down. Okay, and then adjust yourself around that. So if you need to, whatever you need to do, you're here. Okay, heel toe your feet a little wider. We're going to come to this windshield wiper again. As the knees drop to one side, the other hip lifts, your hand becomes free. You can move that hand to a different place and then just go side to side and feel like the back of the hand is there to massage your tush and all these tight muscles. And you might even feel, you know, something really uncomfortable towards the outer edge of your tush, and feel like that is your little psoas massage, your hip muscle massage. So just feel free to move these hands as you wave your knees. Let the jaw go. Right, that's it. Okay, let's do one more on each side. Gosh, I hope you're finding places of discomfort too. Okay, and then we'll bring the knees back up, right? Lift your hips, just reposition the hands again. Really spread the fingers as much as you can. Drop into this so that the hands are supporting. Maybe you feel even the thumbs are at the sacrum. You know, if you rock the knees a little bit side to side, you're going to feel this little triangular bone, maybe. You might. It's there. Okay. I'm going to bring the knees into the chest as best as they can. And then I'm just going to rock the knees in and out a little bit. So I'm just rolling over the index fingers and maybe the middle and the thumb. And I hope it's not uncomfortable. I mean, maybe it's uncomfortable, not painful. Good. So feel this is like you're giving yourself a little hand massage at the same time as you're giving yourself a little sacrum massage. Good. Okay. And then we'll lower both feet to the floor, maybe at the same time. And then lift your hips, take the arms out, turn your palms up, just bask in that for a moment. Hopefully your back feels really, or your low back feels nice and open. Okay. Me. All right, the next thing we're going to do is rock and roll ourselves. Like, you know, as many times, let's say 5 times before you come upright. If that's not in your wheelhouse, you just roll to the side, come up, take 5 breaths in your seat. Okay, I'm going to start by bringing the knees into the chest. It's going to hug them in and out for a moment. Then the hands are coming down to the floor. You're going to find your comfortable distance. And maybe you start just by rocking and lifting the tailbone. And maybe that's your rock and roll today. Okay, or you go wherever you like, all the way. Maybe the feet come over the head. So I'm going to do 5 of them. That's 3. That's 4. Okay, and then we'll just come up to sitting and just take a moment once you get upright. Yes. Right? Who doesn't want to be doing that when they're 85? Mm-hmm. Right? I know, impressed everyone in the nursing home. Big breath. Good. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to move the blankets. I'm going to bring in the bolster. And, you know, if you have the luxury of a nice seating pad on top, then why not put it there? Okay, I'm going to put the bolster in the middle here, and we're going to just repeat some of that fun stuff we did in class the other day. So you bring your blocks. You might use them, you might not. It's yogi's choice here. Okay. So now I have this nice setup here. I'm going to start with a downward dog. If you feel you want child's pose or you want to just sit, that's all good too. Just move yourself into your DFD. So you feel like, you know, strength in your hands. Extending through the heels. You know, you could be on your back doing this. This is boat pose, right? With the balance on the sacrum, which we haven't done yet, but it's definitely coming. Okay, push your hands down and away. Let the jaw go, the head go. And then start to lift your hips a little higher. Okay, and there's two things, you know, it depends on what you need for your body. You lift the hips, and then some of you might even press the sit bones to the wall behind you or the space behind you. So there's a lift, and then there's an extension. Okay. All right, lower your knees to the floor and find that space right behind your bolster. Now, blocks or no blocks, you find it. I'm going to step the left foot forward. So maybe you need blocks to give it more height. Okay, now I'm coming forward, and you can walk your knee on top of that bolster or not. Yogi's choice. You see what you like. I'm going to heel toe the left foot out a little bit, turn it out. Okay, and then just move a little side to side. You can let the knee move. And at the same time, what I'm doing here is I'm melting my thigh onto this nice heating padded bolster. And I'm going to let the right thigh kind of move side to side. So you just find some space. Okay, we're going to take it to lizard pose. So this is lizard. You could do it with blocks. I'm just going to show it without. I put the right forearm down, left forearm down. Here it is. If that's too deep, blocks. If it's still too deep, you just pray that it's over soon. Okay, drop your left knee out. You might even come onto the sole of the foot. I'm going to turn and look over to the left. And I'm just, you know, I like to find some space in the shape. So do whatever you need to do. One more breath. Good. Okay, and then we'll come up. You just walk that foot in. Okay, lower your right knee back to the floor. If you put it on the bolster, shift your hips back. Let's take a little half Anjaneyasana here. So I'm taking the hips back and just straightening the left leg. And you could use your hands on your bolster too. Yeah, okay. Bring the knees together. Tuck your toes under. Let's sit. If that you don't like that, you just pray it's over soon. Breathe. Or you do what heart's doing, or whatever it is you got to do. Okay, second side. So knees at the bolster. Put your hands over. Step that right foot out. And then blocks, no blocks, you find it. You know, maybe you want to put that knee on top or keep it hanging off. And then just move a little bit here. Okay, if it's too deep, use your blocks. Good. All right, feel that rolling of the left thigh. So you're rolling on it a little bit. And then we're going to move into lizard. So I'll walk that right foot out a little bit more, turn the toes out, left forearm to the floor or to your block, right forearm down, soften your jaw. And then you can bring some movement here. So the right knee drops out, the sole of the foot might lift, and you come back, just wave it in and out. You know, think of, if you feel the shape of this pose, you're very familiar with a half happy baby. It's almost what we're in. Good. Okay. And then come on to the hands. Good. And adjust your left knee. And then just straighten your right leg. We'll come to a little bit of this half Anjaneyasana, and we'll lift the sole of the right foot, heel on the floor. Breathe. And then bring the knees together. Okay, I'm going to sit again, but let's do it this way. Put your knees and your shins on your bolster right together, toes tucked under. See if that is more pleasurable or not. And then come up or don't. And breathe. As always. Good. Okay, we're going to do that all again. Change a little bit. So hands down, take your knees back down. We'll step the left foot out. And then bring yourself forward so the thigh finds it or the knee finds it. And then you're on your blocks if you need them. Maybe even just the right hand, because you're going to take the left hand to the thigh. And push that thigh away and twist. Okay, now the right shoulder tends to come in, open. Take the chin in. Take your left arm, reach back. Ooh, bend your left. Even if you just reach, even if you just get it up a little bit, maybe you grab it
Oh, hello. Yes. Breathe. Smile. Good. And release. Okay, I'm going to take the foot down. This time I'm going to lift the legs up, come into straight-ish legs here. So you have your blocks, you have your bolster, you can adjust the stance of your legs. Take the left hip back. Really be in the feet. Maybe you bow over your left leg. Kiss your knee. I love you. Oh, I feel I feel Ardha Chandrasana coming next. So you have your blocks. Just gonna find the left, reach it forward. We're gonna balance on the left foot, lift the right leg up. The right hand can find a block too, or it can come to your hip, or it could reach up. And you just be in your imbalance, your balance, push out through your heels, smile. That's it. And then lovingly, slowly release. Even if you fall out, you still keep that mindset of nice and slow. Okay, I'm going to come back to sit. So maybe you like that. Calves. You know, maybe I'm putting tops of the feet down now. I'm getting a really interesting little top of the foot stretch. Breathe. Feel your heartbeat. Your energy transformation. Okay, second side. So I'm just going to take my knees off the bolster. Step the right foot. Find it. Okay, maybe knee on bolster or not. Yes, and then left hand on block or on the floor, right hand to your right thigh. You push that thigh away. Turn, open the left shoulder. Good. Now you can take that right arm and reach back. Maybe that's your pose. Start to bend the knee. And wherever you go, you know, you don't have to grab the foot. It just makes things more intense. And then pushing foot into hand, opening the heart, make things more intense. You choose your own adventure. The work is getting done. Okay, release. Good. All right. I'm going to straighten both legs. So you know if you need your blocks. It's the sign of an advanced practitioner. It's not about standing on your head for 10 minutes. It's about knowing how to support yourself the best. Okay, if you want to bow down over that right leg, with love, with reverence, this gift of embodiment. Good. Okay, here we go. So right hand can find the block. You reach forward, or you stay on the floor. Yogi's choice. Left arm can lift, or stay on the floor too. You just get the legs up. Be in the heels. Be in the expansion of the arms. The lift of the chest. All that good stuff. Whatever you're doing it. Even if you fall every time, you know, that's the brain figuring it out. Okay, lovingly release. That's where you're ready to go. And then let's take advantage of this bolster. I'm just walking my feet back. I'll lay down on the bolster. Okay, we did this too the other day. Dead bug. So the head comes down, the chest is off the bolster. And I'm going to widen my knees out to the side and let the big toe edge of the foot be on the floor. Release. Rest. Feel your breath, your heartbeat, and the prana, the energy. You know, every in-breath is a place of transformation, and every out-breath is a place of transformation. And so even lingering in the pause at the bottom or the top, just to, you know, be a part of that. And just maybe pause one or two more times and then just let it go. So good. Okay. Melt whatever you can. Forehead. I'm just going to lift the head and just change the placement of the hands. If you're resting your hands on your head, just change the placement. And then again, release as much as you can. Like
feel that there's just so much more space to really melt. And then the more you can release the front body, let the breath be received in the back body. You are irrigating and transforming all that is behind you, all in the back plane of the body, what we don't often see in the mirror. Fill it up. Good. Okay, so just before we leave this place, I want you to take your mind to the bottom of the ribs, between the ribs and the hips. Irrigate this place. Okay, and then I'm going to just lift the feet up off the floor, bring the soles of the feet together, then let them come down as you bring your hands down and press yourself up and over. And we're moving to child's pose. So adjust it so it works for you, and then you can use your bolster here. You know, if the bolster works, if you're happier on your forearms, that's fine. Hips to heels. That's what we want to, that's the focus here. Once we get the hips to the heels, then we can start to let the chest melt and the head melt. And then, you know, you might be right, not stuck to your heels, but that idea of, you know, getting the knee flexion, let's focus on that first. And then you let yourself come down and irrigate your back body now, the sides of your waist. Let everything go, the jaw, the shoulders. So we're just really with the breath right now. And noticing how much more you can release the inner body to the outer body. We have one more full breath in. Maybe side out. And then we'll press ourselves up. Good. I'm just going to move the bolster off to the side. We'll come, find your little blanket that you were using for your hips. Okay. Well, we're going to bow pose. This is kind of the culmination of everything. I said to Hart, oh, we're going to do bow pose today. He's like, oh, we're not. Okay. The blanket is here to support you, and you might even open it up a little bit wider. You're going to see if you need a little extra cushioning. Okay, I'm going to do it without, and you're just going to feel what you need. So you have your props there. You're going to start the same way I am. So once you're on your hands and your feet with your tush on the floor, we're going to lift the heart. We're going to take the shoulders back. Lift your heart. You know, press through your hands, let the jaw go. Now draw in your solar plexus area. And when you do that, you might even feel like that moving up and moving down. So you're moving up into the heart, down into the sit bones. We take the feet up off the floor. And then you're here, where you take one arm, you take both arms, and then you're here. You think, lift the chest. Use your solar plexus, use your feet, use your fingers. Maybe the legs go straight and we reach up. If you curl back, guys, that's okay. You don't have to be, you know, you could balance more on the low back. Whatever it is, you know, if you're falling, it's all good. That's part of the process. I'm going to hang out here and you're just going to do it again. And we're going to smile like this is just so fun. Okay, if you're with me and you want to play a little bit, bring your right knee in. You could do that lying on your back too, and I'm just going to switch. And I'm going to switch. I'm switching the interlace too. Whatever you're doing, you're rolling around my heart. That's great. Okay, I'm going to end with the legs extended. Now I'm going to lower down. Legs and arms. Oh, how slow can I go? How slow can I go? How slow? Take the arms over your head if you want a full stretch, and then end up wherever you end up. Legs extended, arms extended. Reach the arms away from you. Oh, my blocks are here. My arms are hitting my blocks just perfect. And then I'm going to do some hip walking. We'll extend the right leg, extend the right arm, and then switch and just hip walk a few times. Good. Okay, we're coming back to just lift the hips on the block. You could use your blanket roll, you could use blocks, you could even use your bolster. You know, blocks support bones, bolster blankets support tissue. I'm using the block because I want that nice, all the muscles here. I'm taking my hands, just massaging the soft, creamy center of you between ribs and hips. Okay, if you want more stretch, maybe you just extend one leg, and then you're like, oh no, I can do both. Or not, one leg at a time. Breathe. Good. Okay, I'm bending my knees, some on the highest height, so my knees are coming back in. You do whatever you like. Good. Okay. I'm gonna lift the legs up, so I'll stay on the block. Whatever works for you is good for me, because that's the truth. Take your heels up. Good. Okay, breathe. Okay, I'm going to take that right leg. I'm lowering it. It might just go in line with the hip. It might go to the floor. Good. Lift the right leg up. Lower the left leg. Bring out. Take both legs up. Now I'm lowering both feet to the floor. Hopefully they're going to touch at the same time. Good. And then come off the block as you feel ready. Good. Hug your knees in. Now I'm going to take Uttanasana, forward fold on your back. So I lift the legs up. I start to take them over the head. Wherever they go, you can let your tailbone lift, but if your back says, no, then you listen to your back. Okay. So as I bring these legs in, I take my hands behind the Achilles, and I'm going to wrap the whole upper arms around the backs of the calves. I might even lift my head up, get really small here. And then wherever, if you're in this nice shape, soften the low back, the glutes a little bit. Let them receive this. Okay, lower down, lower your feet down. Rest your hands on your tummy. Irrigate your body with your breath. And then from here, I was gonna say Shavasana, but let's take a happy baby. Just come to happy baby. Rock side to side. If you want to move the legs, move the legs. However you want to do this, we're just massaging the low back. So it could be a circling, a little egg beating maybe, even as you hold your feet. So we're just opening, releasing through the jaw, through everything we've practiced here, softening and receiving. And then from here, we'll move to Shavasana. But if you feel like, maybe I want to take these legs over my head one more time, or anything else, this is your time. Okay, I'm going to take Shavasana too, because I have this bolster, the heating pad, and then we'll open up that whole area we've really targeted in this practice, your core. Okay, so whatever works for you, like I've been saying, works for me. Okay, we'll take another blanket for the feet, and I might even just tuck my feet in the little fold of this blanket. Just like that. Just tuck them in. Good night. Okay. Good. So take your time so that you're very comfortable. Your head is nicely supported. Your arms are in a place that feels relaxing. And then just be with this sacredness of your breath. Each breath is a gift, right? Each breath is a gift. And if you've had even the flu, but COVID or any of these asthma, I know I'm not the only one here with asthma. And that, when the breath gets tight, you're just hungry for the next breath. And in these times of rest, we just honor simplicity and the ease and the openness of your breath after your practice. And then just allow yourself to just slip into this place of stillness and this place of rest. Shavasana. Gifting yourself permission to let the inner body melt and expand through the whole outer body. It's getting heavier every exhalation. And noticing the more you can release this inner body to the outer body, the more expansive your breath becomes. Just before we move from this place in your deep breath awareness, feel also as you inhale this almost, the breath is splitting to the upper body, the lower body, at the center of your solar plexus. Just feel that for a few moments. And maybe you can feel that you're almost breathing equally to the top of the lungs and the bottom of the lungs, or the bottom of where the diaphragm moves. All right, and we'll start to gently awaken through the fingers, the toes, the ankles, the wrists, and just follow along your journey. Whatever you feel needs to happen next, as you gently awaken, knowing you're going to move onto your side, but there's no rush to get there. You have this great luxury of time. And you're just going to really be in this awakening, this transformation. Who will I be when I sit up? And then just take a few moments once you do come upright, just to feel all of that. When you do come up, also, wherever you have your hands, just take Gyan Mudra, even if they're sitting in your lap. Find that mudra here, so whatever works. Lifting your heart as you inhale and bowing the chin, letting the shoulders drop, and then the lower back almost descends towards the tail. And feeling that transformational energy that's happened within you and now is radiating out. On your next inhalation, lengthen, and as you exhale, you'll bring these hands together at your heart and bow your chin. Great reverence for you, for showing up and for doing this work. And we'll seal this practice together
with our May We Be Blessed mantra in an Om. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale this breath completely. Inhale fully. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. And we'll inhale for an Om. And exhale this breath into your hands. Catch your breath, lift your chin, open your eyes, and offer this to yourself. And we offer it out, and out, and out, and out. Yes. And then bring it back in. That's yours. Your transformational energies expanded. So namaste. Wherever you are in this world, enjoy this beautiful day. And much love and honoring for each one of you. Honest from my heart, from my heart, from my heart. And we'll see you guys very soon. So much fun. Thank you, everybody. Yay. Work done. Go relax. Yes, I don't have to tell you. No, I'm just kidding.